I'll bring your attention to the calendar in the game room. You look at the current day.
Yeah, whatever.
Just happens.
The Ides of... No, that's the night.
The 15th is the Ides of March. Yeah, but it happens to be March 23rd today. I thought that was well, you guys have been on.
Kicks it?
What's that?
Okay, go ahead. What is March 23rd?
Oh, nothing. That's just today. It's just the same day in the game as today's.
Oh,
and you guys have been on March 23rd for probably 3-4 months now because you've been in the Nightmare City for that long.
Yeah.
And it's just this. It's the same day in Lankhmar, and you've been through four rest cycles in the Nightmare City. So, but it just happens to have been the 23rd of March since we went into the Nightmare City. However many episodes that was, and it just happens to be the 23rd of March today. I thought that was kind of cool. Let's see here. So we are in the Nightmare City in Nightmare Alley. We have the setup. I'll send the map out to y'all. We have Langston laying in the alley, clearly highly intoxicated. He looks like he has just woken up from his latest trance jag, and he is about to get high again. You guys have all kind of gathered around. You guys sort of collected yourselves after a frenzied flight through the back alleys of the Marsh District in this Nightmare City, because you guys were set off by a small pack of yethounds. Now that you've all gathered yourself, you're not far away from what Arthur saw was the most titanic spider he had ever seen. But it doesn't seem to be pursuing you or anything like that. You didn't watch it long enough to see any interactions with anything or what it was doing. It just kind of peeked out. It sensed that there was some hubbub in the alleyway. And then Arthur saw it kind of slip back into its funnel web. It is on the map a couple buildings away. In this area down here. Doesn't seem to be pursuing, doesn't seem to be, but you did see it, and it was quite frightening. More frightening than anything the Yethounds could have made you imagine. So as everyone's kind of gathering up in the alley, Langston, where he was when you first encountered him, when the spiders erupted from his mouth and he was having the nightmare and you guys saved his life, he is once again laying there. And in the initial encounter, he was addicted to shiver. Now he seems to have procured himself a rather large supply of trance, and he, with a tindertwig, he produces a glass pipe, and it's packed full of a crystalline looking substance that may or may not be crystallized trance. He strikes the match, puts it to the...
On the map? I mean, are we close enough to strike it from him? By the spider.
Let's get initiatives from everybody. He is right here. Can you see him on the map? I thought I had...
See the creature that's sitting there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a man mini.
Okay, I see him. So you want initiatives?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. So Baccae reacts quickly enough that just as he's about to... He strikes the match, and it erupts into flame, and just as he's about to put it to the bottom side of this glass, basically a crack pipe, she can act.
She grabs the crack pipe and flings it away and does a quick happy birthday in her head and blows out the match.
Okay, let's get a roll for like a CMD roll.
CMD. CMD or B?
CMB, yes. Pardon me. I always get those mixed up.
Ah.
Oh, okay. So let's put it on.
Wait, why is she at a minus? Has she got a negative effect on her?
She might. There's still a lot of things going on. Power attack.
Oh, no, she's not power attacking. Let me turn that off. But the Furious Focus should have offset that. Let me turn that off too. Her CMB is 12.
Okay.
So just add 2 to that roll. Should be a 14.
14?
Still a miss. Sorry.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. His CMD is 16. Oh,
okay.
Okay.
All right, she missed.
She goes to swipe and he kind of just... And don't forget, these guys are Nomi, Langston, and Ronaldo were thieves in Lankhmar, like non-guild thieves. So they do have a little bit of skills. So just as she goes to swipe it, he just kind of pivots a little bit and gives her like kind of like a sly wink, just as he's about to hit the pipe.
All right.
Arthur.
Sorry, I was dealing with my dog.
Oh, it's okay. Langston's on the ground. He's just about to basically smoke trance crack. He just lit a match, lit a tinder twig, and he's putting it underneath a crack pipe full of crystallized trance. Probably crystallized trance.
Baccae tried to swipe it away but failed.
It was
Is
more
too great a distance to like try to steal it from him. Not that he has the muscle mass to do so.
You are
Normally-
30 feet up, and
Yeah, he's currently like on the rooftops.
yeah, and you're 15 feet over. Do you have a way to do it?
No, I'm saying he's too far to do that, and not that he would even really be good at trying to snatch it from him. Normally, he wouldn't care if Langston is just going to drug himself to death, but considering the fact that where we are and what trance could do, it might have some negative effects. Intimidation might not work. Does it seem like he's fiending for it, or does it seem like he's convinced to stop?
He looks like he just woke up from a pretty prolonged trance jag, and he's about to just hit it again.
So he's probably not really listening to much.
No.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to be. He doesn't seem to be antagonistic to you guys. He's got like a big goofy grin on his face, and he's just ready to get high.
He's played Cross Worlds too.
Yeah, exactly. This is also like the dream world. You don't know if this is like something that you're imagining, something he's dreaming, something else.
Like I said, Arthur wouldn't normally care about him just destroying himself this way, but it could have negative effects considering where we are. If he's not that worried about potentially hurting him, he could try throwing an acid splash onto the thing. It's probably gonna nick him as well, but
yeah, it's just it's like a little 3 or 4 inch long glass pipe with a tiny bubble on the end of it. So you'd have to be pretty precise.
Yeah, and he's not the best at that.
If you're trying to like hit it with acid, but not him.
Preferably not hit him.
Yeah, there'd be a real good chance you hit him if you hit the pipe.
I can't see Arthur caring.
Arthur would care in the sense of he wouldn't want to antagonize the rest of the people here. Like he doesn't know if anybody else would care.
Well, clearly Asami cares because she went over to see if he was okay. she was one of the ones who stopped the spiders from coming out of his mouth in the first place in the initial encounter. And her and Avis were partially responsible to him and Nomi and Ronaldo.
Yeah, our party does have a few bleeding hearts. Yeah, Arthur will stay his hand for now, but he will basically order down there, basically informing him that basically seeing that he's trying to like. Sorry, my dog distracted me. Seeing
It's
that he's
okay.
basically trying to smoke up and that our allies are trying to get him to stop. Arthur will give him just a very brief message of like, I would really recommend you not bother smoking that. We will make sure that you stop. I'd rather not have to hurt you.
You don't know if he even sees you up on the roof.
Well, Arthur's still gonna say it, like if he smokes it, then whatever. But
Yeah.
he did his part.
So you're gonna say that from the roof down to him?
Yeah, he's basically just going to inform him like, I'd recommend you not smoke because we're going to stop you.
Okay.
Like he only half cares right now, so whether he listens or not is up to him.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, there we go.
No, that's primarily all he's really doing.
All right.
If he smokes, then he smokes.
He smokes.
I love him.
Let's see here. He is. What is the?
Yeah, the acid splash probably would not have gone well. So
No, it probably would have killed him.
yeah, we can't have that, now can we?
15 feet burst. All right. So he hits it. He takes a long pull, and he just looks up at everybody. He's got just like this euphoric look on his face, and he holds it in for what seems like an eternity, and then he breathes out the smoke, and the smoke doesn't come out just like a little bit of just like a little puff out. It comes out like almost like the Belkers that you faced in the Caligaro House, but it just comes out into just a giant billows cloud. And it's got that sickly sweet scent of ether. And all right. Asami. All right. All right. And he just kind of looks up at everybody. And his eyes kind of slump closed again. Luna is off elsewhere. Zed.
All right.
There's for an instant your mind was kind of clouded, but you fought off the effect. You felt that effect before, I think.
I grab Baccae and Asami and try and pull him out of the cloud and say, "Yeah, he's gone."
The cloud dissipates almost instantly. It's not like it's not running currently. It's
I'm gonna go out of range.
Okay.
And let me see. Where's I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Gonna go out of range and we'll head back towards the temple that we were headed towards to rest.
Okay.
Quietly, so we don't wake any hounds up.
All right. So as... Okay. So Asami acts normally, and then she gets a savings throw on her turn. What is the DC 19? Okay, so she's still technically confused, but she doesn't do anything that... Oh, I forgot to roll for Skjor too. Let's get his initiative going here. 2. Okay. So let's take Belkers off the combat tracker. And Skjor... Oh, I forgot to roll for Asami for her initiative. All right. So here, her and Skjor both go on 4, actually. So that's kind of handy. And then Skjor comes around here. 5. As the cloud's dissipating. 40, 45, 50, 55,
It moved
60.
me a long way away. I'm not moving towards the webs.
The
How do I
out... Oh, you are. You're moving towards... That's...
No, I'm not moving towards webs. I'd move
This is...
towards...
This is the way you want to go here. Sorry. Thought it was pinging. This alleyway here. We'll get you out.
So I moved here. I'll start moving that way once, but I wanted to keep Baccae in sight.
Okay. All right, so Skjor comes around. Baccae.
Okay. Baccae looks at him, shrugs, goes, "Man, he's doing what he does." Oh, sorry. Click.
Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur will just fly across the rooftop, just heading back home with the others.
Okay.
He's not going to speed past them. He's just going to try to maintain like 30 with them.
Okay.
Unless it looks like Langston's about to do something else.
Are you going to kind of keep an eye on him?
Because actually, that's a good point. Because in the fact that he can move at a good speed, he will watch Langston for a little bit, see if there's any consequences for doing that here.
Okay. Do you want to ready any actions or anything like that? Or you can just not act, and then if something comes up, you can jump in the initiative at a lower mark later on.
I guess, yeah, he could just delay, because I
Yeah.
don't know what he'd be casting. Because I don't know what would come out. He'll just delay.
Okay. So Langston just kind of like fades back down, almost like slumps into the wall, if that's possible. It's almost like when Mickey gets knocked out in Snatch, and he kind of falls into the ring, where everything kind of like goes down into a tunnel, but he kind of like slumps back into the wall of the courthouse, and as he does that, a spectral form comes out of his body and reaches out towards Skjor. So we'll make that. So it looks like this. And now that you see it, you like it's almost like a shadow. You kind of put it off to the sort of ethereal nature of this place, but When Langston lit his match, there was kind of like a darkness to the flame, and there was maybe like they thought maybe it was just a trick of the light, or there was like maybe a trail of shadow around his hand that maybe shouldn't have been there. It's impossible to say. You were kind of focused on the pipe itself and him doing that and getting him to stop. There was tiny little things now, little gnawing things that you sort of went, oh, okay, there's something there. And it steps out of Langston and towards Skjor, and it tries to like caress his cheek. Like, come with me. And Skjor, his eyes grow heavy and he slumps down to the ground, asleep.
Yeah, after its turn, I'll jump in. That's not good.
Okay, so let's I'll just put prone on him so we know. Or I'll put prone. I guess maybe helpless is a better one. Okay. All right, so make Arthur's initiative 16.
I imagine Langston proper doesn't really take any actions.
No, Langston proper is just kind of like that big crack pipe hip. He's just kind of faded back into the, almost like he melted into the wall. Arthur.
Yeah, with a sigh as he sees the barbarian slump to the ground, Arthur's gonna prepare himself. Looking at this creature, what can you identify about it?
It's humanoid in shape. Let's see here. It is a...
I have ranks in
Planes?
religion, planes, and arcana.
Okay, let's do religion and planes. But mostly
Religion
planes.
and planes. Okay.
Yeah, mostly planes.
So do you still want me to do both?
Yeah.
All right, here's religion, here's planes.
Okay.
Religion's bad, planes is bad.
Planes is bad. Okay. It looks incorporeal, so you're not sure if it's undead or not. You don't really know much about it.
Well, I suppose the best thing I can do is try to start learning. So let's go ahead and hit it with...
It is definitely 100% incorporeal, though.
Yeah. Even if it is undead, I'm still able to affect a good amount of creatures with my fear spells. And if it's not undead, then even better. Let's go ahead and test. Let's go ahead and prod its defenses with a castigate.
Okay.
Let's see how well it's able to withstand this. Actually, no, I don't know if it speaks my languages. I don't know what it is, or if it speaks common.
Did it say anything? I thought you said it said something. So maybe you could hear the language.
No, that was actually Langston. I don't think he guys said anything.
Oh, okay.
He kind of reached out and touched Skjor's cheek, like kind of beckoning the motion to come with me.
If it doesn't speak common, then the spell's not going to really work on it. But I'd rather not cast fear on it, otherwise it would roam around too much. Let's give it a try. Most of the things here have been able to understand me, and if it came from Langston, there's a good chance it has. Perhaps it knows a bit of his memory, or understands something, hopefully enough.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. I'll go ahead and try to cast it regardless.
Okay.
Place a castigate. If it is immune to fear, and it has 13 hit dice, it's immune. If it does not speak common, it's immune.
Okay.
Is it immune to either of those two effects?
No, you can drop it on him.
All right, sweet. Let's go ahead and try. This is my final second level spell right now.
Okay,
Ooh,
so we've got a spell resistance.
Rolled really good on it, seems.
Ooh, 26 versus 28. Failure.
Oh,
yeah.
Very strong will. Even with Arthur's very powerful spells. So that is still a failure, thankfully enough.
No, that's the save. Pardon me. Caster level check was good. He's only got a SR 19. I read him backwards. Caster level check is good, and it almost passed your will save.
Yeah, nearly. One of the only things that have been strong enough. It's a good thing it didn't, though it does have a good chance of succeeding future saves, though. Yeah, Arthur's going to, as soon as he hits it with a spell, he's going to start moving. He's going to start floating himself upward just a little bit higher, just in case this is incorporeal. He could probably fly. He wants to make sure he's decently out of range of some of the enemies here.
Okay.
That's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. That's the right thing. He'll ascend about, let's say, 20 up, so it's about 50 feet off the ground. And
Okay.
he's gonna message the others that we have some company. I'd recommend doubling back and picking up Skjor before he dies.
Hi.
That's a strong recommendation. Luna has got something going on where she is. Zed.
I turn around and I look at him and I go, since nobody's next to him, he's not in combat, right? Or is he?
Langston's not in combat, but oh, sorry, you can't see the.
Can't see the shade or whatever it is.
Oh, you should be able to see the shade.
Yeah, no, I can't. I'm just
Oh, okay.
saying. Because if Score's on the ground, he's not in combat.
No.
The other one's faded into the wall, so I can shoot at him without
Yeah.
risking. Okay, so then a ball goes flying through the air,
Oh, that's a hit.
slams into him.
Can't help but notice that Luna's fascinated. That's not a good sign.
Yeah, that's not a good sign, is it?
Oh, I got invisibility on. I guess I can turn that off. All right.
Yeah,
so
it'll be off now. I
Yeah.
think invisibility was still going. So let's see. Here.
Well, I'm going to assume it's gone.
Yeah, you cast an offensive spell on the creature.
Yeah.
Hey, Asami's will save is good, so her confusion ends at the end of this round. Skjor still asleep. Baccae.
Guy says, "Get away from him," and that's 30 feet away. So she runs up to him with her big sword.
Okay.
Says, "Let's see if this hits him."
Oh, it does. Oh, max.
Max damage.
Nice. Okay, so let's see if it saves. I think he needs an 18.
I think it's 16, actually.
16?
Yeah, 16.
That's a reasonable chance.
Yeah, so about a 30%, 20%?
Yeah, 20%.
Or 25%, I think.
A 20%. Yeah, it's palpable. Arthur.
Okay, so it is definitely affected, and there are allies within range. So that means that Arthur is not gonna it's not gonna fly towards Arthur likely. I keep doing the wrong one. Arthur's gonna descend himself down just a little bit, so he's within range of some other spells. Since his creature's incorporeal, he doesn't have a ton of lower level spell slots left, and he wants to try to save those. He'll throw an acid splash and see just how effective that is.
Okay.
He does know it's incorporeal, so it has a good touch, but he'll try. He'll be firing a melee, but
Zed just did it and did it a little bit of damage.
it's more so just whether or not he's likely to hit. Let me check. What's his actual range of the spell?
I think it's so 25 plus
Excellent.
5 per. You should be good.
Yeah, so I think about 45. Yeah, 45 feet. So
45 feet, yeah.
Yeah, he'll toss some acid its way.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not hitting.
Oh, poor Skjor. We barely knew you.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, I don't know what I can do.
One more. Let's see here. This is saving throw now for Luna. Will. Okay. No longer fascinated. That's handy. Okay. So let's just one thing here. Okay.
Looks like ability score damage to me.
Zed.
Well, that would be shooting in combat. Let me see here. You know what? I'll do it. I'll put a -4 on there. And
It's a hit.
well, it's oh, it's still hit with a -4. Wow. Okay.
I think we can change Langston to the animate dream.
Splish.
Asami. Let's see here. 15, 20, and she wakes up Skjor. Gives him a kick. He's no longer helpless. He stands up from prone. That's his action. Baccae.
Oh, guy says, I didn't move this turn. So
Baccae says, I got a full attack.
she dances around, spin, spin, hit, hit. And does a little bit of damage.
All right, here's the moment of truth. Oh, it was a 16, a 19, and a 3. Arthur.
Yeah, I think second verse same as the first, though he is curious where Luna has gone. He's kind of in the middle of something else right now.
Luna panicked last time.
Yeah, Luna's way beyond the perimeter of your message spell.
Mm-hmm. I also do have to point at my target, and I don't exactly know where she is, so kind of hard to direct anything towards her. I suppose the best thing Arthur can do right now is just second verse same as the first, though he will burn his final first level spell slot to drop a magic missile the boy's way.
Okay, nice.
Final
And as a by the by, when you guys cast message, because you're all linked in the little network with the dull gray Ioun stones, you don't have to point. It just kind of everybody kind of clicks in. Everybody who has.
Don't apply that damage. Actually, I need to do the cast level check first.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Okay, there we go. The damage is fine.
Damage applied. Excellent.
Right. Yeah, that's all I really can do right now. Just try to get this thing down quickly.
Okay. Luna now. Zed.
All right. Much like the Russian programmer guy on GoldenEye, I say I'm invincible. And I cast again. Oops, might have rolled that.
Still in.
Hold on, damage. Let me do the damage.
Okay.
3 points.
3 points. Asami, what does she got left here?
13 really hits it. Oh, right, because it's
Yes.
cowering. It lost his dex bonus.
See how many. I think she's. Yep. Okay. She does the same as Arthur. Blast it with some magic missiles.
Wow.
Yeah, she does need to make the check.
Oh, right. Thank you. she's good. I think 16 was the number you needed. Let me double check.
All right, sweet.
19. 19. Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you,
so she's
Arthur.
got a 50,
Appreciate that.
55% chance.
So Skjor draws Zax and attacks. Baccae. It looks like he's starting to come apart, starting to discorporate.
Yeah, Baccae swings around and then swings the other direction. And the first pass, followed by the last pass.
That will do it.
That's what I said, the last pass.
The final pass. Nicely done. I was worried about that one. That one does, like, this is the damage that it does. This is negative energy damage.
Oh,
Once it starts touching you. Yeah.
Yeah, you
bad
may want to
touch.
reverse that because Asami got blasted by that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If it's only like negative energy damage, it's not that bad. Could be worse.
Oh, there's another thing that goes with it.
Oh, great.
Yeah, let's see here. Where is
Actually, Arthur would be immune to that damage. Just realized. That's good.
negative energy, eh? Nice.
Yeah, he's a Dompier.
Ah, yes.
Well, he is now.
Okay, so party sheet. Where are we? Nightmare Alley, Nightmare City, Langston erupts.
I don't think it'd be immune to any secondary effects though. Unless it's energy drain.
It's a curse.
Yeah, definitely not immune to those.
Oh, okay. I already did this one. Okay. All right, and then within the next couple rounds, Luna still has some 25 rounds on her fly, so she comes back to where you guys were, and she tells you that there was an incorporeal allop of an odiug. We should get inside. She's spent. She looks taxed. She looks even more reckless than she ever was, which is an indication of wisdom damage. And I'll award you your experience points before you go home. There's no other, if you guys are going back to the church.
Yep.
Okay. There's no other encounters. The Langston himself has faded now completely into the...
Before we leave, actually, did the incorporeal creature, is there anything remaining that Arthur can siphon from using his Cacodemon?
No, it completely disappears into the ether.
Right.
Just as Langston himself has kind of like slumped into the almost like the pavement of the place. It's kind of been sucked into the dream ether of the place. He's faded from Nightmare Alley.
Not my problem anymore.
Yeah, we tried to save him. He's on his own. Only so many times you save somebody before you say,
Yep.
we tried.
I hear you. All right, so let's get back to the church. You guys probably want to heal yourselves up and take the night.
Yes.
Do you want to do anything before I do an overnight rest?
I'm going to make sure that Baccae's healed up a bit, but other than that, no, go for it.
Okay, let's see here.
I don't
See what
think I
kind
have
of
anything I need to do.
resources Asami has left.
I think I have another heal or two.
Yeah, she's got to cure serious wounds. She'll do. Whoever's hurt the worst, probably Baccae, huh?
Well, you can do other people. I've got some spells that only affect Baccae.
Okay, so you're the only other person with a wound.
Okay.
One point, and that'll go away after a night's rest.
Well, then go ahead if you want to.
Let's see, Luna might have to give herself a lesser restoration. Let's see here. If she has it. She doesn't have it. Does anybody have lesser restoration as a spell that they haven't used?
Can you look in my inventory? I'm taking care of the cat real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you look in my inventory if there's any scrolls or anything I have?
Yeah, she's. I think she's got a potion. So let's see.
I have no spells that will affect other people.
Nope. Okay. Let's have the party sheet here.
Drink your potion. That's what it's there for.
Yeah, she doesn't have one. She probably already
No.
did. Let's see here. Potion of. She can just heal it back at 1 per day. It's not a big deal. Asami's got 2, but I don't want to use it up on him unless he's here. So yeah, she'll heal back overnight 1 point. Anybody else want to do anything before we go to bed for the night?
Nope.
Okay, let's just. I'm assuming you can heal Baccae with your
Yes.
spell. Okay, so I'll just put her at 0, and then I'll do an overnight rest for everybody. All right. Day 5 in the Nightmare City.
You can attempt to identify like magic items once per day, right?
Yes,
We have a couple items we failed to identify,
sure
like
did.
that iron flask that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Shove it in front of Luna.
Yeah.
What is
And then
this?
Yeah, Arthur can also try with detect magic and some checks. It's spellcraft, isn't it?
It is.
Arthur, we'll give it a try real quick. Oh,
Okay.
all right. So I think you might figure out what that iron flask does.
I'm going to get you to roll percentile dice for me.
Either very good or very bad. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
I hope high is good.
Let's see here. Arthur.
Do you want me to put it back in the party sheet?
Nope. I'm going to.
Okay.
I can find it from your party sheet. Okay, perfect.
Right.
What did you shoot? 78. All right. 78. Okay. You think that with all the special containers are typically inlaid with runes of silver and stoppered by a brass plug bearing a seal engraved with sigils, glyphs, and special symbols. You think that there is a command word for it. And when you say the command word and open up the brass plug, you think that it can summon a creature that is trapped inside. Now that you've kind of had it for a while and you've played with it, it's kind of, it feels like it's full of liquid right now. It's almost like a full bottle of like pop. When you first pick it up, it feels really solid, and you don't really feel any sloshing of the liquid until you really shake it vigorously. But because you've been, running with it and it's been in your pack, and you've now had a chance to like maneuver around and look at it more closely, it feels like it's almost full of liquid.
It's like it's full of liquid. So it basically contains a creature, and I can feel that it's full of liquid.
Yes.
Kind
If
of
you're
imply maybe some sort of
detecting
element.
magic, you're getting you're getting strong conjuration magic, and you haven't actually identified it completely yet. But
Are
this
you
is
giving complete hints of water elemental?
potentially. So you don't know the command word. You can't see it written on any of the glyphs or anything, but think it might be imperative to trapping a creature. But you think if you opened it up, you might release whatever's inside of it.
Hmm.
Because there's definitely something inside of it.
I don't know the command word to trap a creature or to release a creature.
It's the same command word. You can trap a
Okay.
creature, then put the plug on it. And when you take the plug out, you don't even need the command word, but you need the command word to command it.
Mm.
If you open it without the command word, you've basically freed it. And if it's in there, if anything's in there, it's free to act of its own accord. Let's see if Luna knows anything about this. She can. She might have identify as a spell. I don't think she does.
Whatever's in there, I doubt it'd be grateful.
Well, you could say aqua free now, but just shorten it to aquafina.
I'd rather not have an aqua funeral, though. Let's just try not to do that yet.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know what the password is. You know more about it than I do.
I know it's very valuable and very, very dangerous.
Well, we haven't needed it this long. Shove it in your pack and we'll get back to it.
Yeah, do we have a few more items, like the clapper?
Yes. Let's identify that.
Yeah, matter of fact, what isn't identified that we have?
The clapper is it. The clapper and the flask.
Alright, just the clapper.
Yep. See
Yeah, Luna knows more about the clapper than Arthur does.
what's the DC on the clapper here? It's caster level 17, so 27. Okay, so she got that one. 31. So let's see here. You were close on the 36. You were 4 off. So it's caster level 20 on the other.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here. So the clapper is a rod of metamagic thundering lesser. You can conjure spells in existence with blaring thunder or fearful shrieks, deafening creatures damaged by the effects. Benefit. You can modify a spell to deafen a creature damaged by the spell. When a creature takes damage from the spell, it becomes deafened for a number of rounds equal to the original level of the spell. If the spell allows a saving throw, a successful save negates the deafening effect. If the spell does not allow a save, the target can make a fortitude save to negate the deafening effect. If the spell effect also causes the creature to become deafened, the duration of the metamagic effect is added to the duration of the spell. And normally it would add, it's a +2 level, but because it's a rod, you can use that 3 times a day.
Yeah. Is it a lesser standard or greater metamagic rod?
Lesser.
Lesser, okay.
Yeah, so first to third level.
Since she's the one who has the most like offensive spells like Fireball, I think that'd be best on Luna.
Okay.
Unless somebody else specializes in offensive magics.
I've got a rod. I don't, or maybe that's the other game. I don't want that rod. What is Luna? I mean, Luna's got a spear, though.
Yeah. She wouldn't use it as a magic item. I mean, she could use it as a mace, as a +1 mace.
Yeah. Arthur, you need it?
Arthur could use it, but he's not really built for a lot of offense. So it's damaging spells? Like the mana magic applies to spells that do damage.
It
I think it's
is
any spell that causes an effect or
you
saving throw.
modify a spell to deafen a creature damaged by the spell. Yeah, so it has to be whenever a creature takes damage from this spell.
I don't have any damage spells beyond cantrips.
And what's the meta magic it applies?
Thundering.
Thundering. Okay. So, number rounds equal to the original level of the spell. Okay. That can prove useful. He just doesn't have a ton of ways of using it.
I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Like that.
Yeah, take it.
May as well, I guess. Add that to the collection.
All right.
Yeah. Is it still on the party sheet?
Yep, should be. I think it's identified. Oh, there's 2 potions of lesser restoration in the party sheet. Look at that. Luna will take one and
There
use
you
it.
go.
Let's just change it to 1.
I do not see it in here.
It's a rod of meta magic under R.
I do not see it.
Go out and come back.
Yeah, close the party sheet and open it back up.
Yeah, I thought I did.
I can just put it on your sheet.
I closed it and I still don't see it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, it's in there. Let's see here. I'll just drag it over to your sheet for
It's avoiding you.
you.
It's an anti-damp fear.
It
Right.
wants
It
wants to be with Luna.
yeah, it fears me. It should.
Fear my rod.
Oh, there it is. Even if we don't plan on using it much, it could still be very valuable as like perhaps something to offer or trade with other wizards, if nothing else. I'm sure that we might be able to find use for it.
It also functions as a +1 light mace, which I didn't. Yeah, in case you need a magic item,
That could prove useful.
magic weapon.
All right, sweet.
Okay, what does day 5 in the Nightmare City bring?
What else do we need to do other than maybe clear out that spider? Were there any other buildings that we were talking about going?
There was. You guys really didn't do anything other than escape the dungeon beneath the theater.
Well, we visited the theater. We visited my apartment.
Yeah.
Was there something for Arthur?
Not that I remember.
I mean, your place, you don't. I mean, it's scary enough in the real world. You don't want to visit it here, do you?
It's not on here.
Okay.
It's further south. It's by your new house. You're kind of sort of neighbors.
Ah, jeez.
He's on the other side of Carter Street.
What a street makes. All right. I'm not going down into the basement because I've heard what he does down there. Let's look at the map.
It's hard to tell because they've gone and shrunk all the different the little pegs. So I can go over locations that
I'm looking at them. The house, the apothecary. Rook's Roost. Weren't we heading there for some reason?
There was Rook's Roost and there was the Red Oliphant, which was the bar that Maynard Colville invited Arthur to have a drink with him at.
Fenwick and Marrow's Carnival of Souls. That sounds awful.
Let's see here.
Reality Wrinkle.
Yeah, the Reality Wrinkle. There's the Pit of the Spider Queen, which you've sort of
the Red Oliphant.
seen from the outside. There's
It looks like Luna's right there on the map next to the Oliphant.
Yeah, she was. That's where she flew to. So
Okay.
she tells you that she did see it. She could see the red Oliphant on the old the old wall in the Lankhmar near the night market.
I
And
see a green dagger hideout nightmare room. But the Oliphant, didn't somebody say to go meet them there?
yeah, Maynard Colville. He was
That's two.
All right.
Madame Carrington's manservant, perhaps paramour. He was at the theater the night that you guys were, and
I'm going to go on there.
he was talking with Arthur.
Arthur, you want to go meet up with him?
Yeah, I'm just trying to mess with my sheet for a second.
Just give me 1 second. I have to find something to cue it up. All right. So that is on the city map. That's right where
Yeah.
Luna is.
I see it. What is Madame Carrington's oneromancy?
Oniromancy is the reading of dreams. She Madame Carrington is Slack Babs was Madame Carrington's alter ego that was trapped inside this realm by the Sorcerers Guild. Same as Nahum Caligaro. So when you guys killed Slack Babs, she died in the real world. And Maynard Colville is her manservant. In the real world, she was kind of a paralytic. She was paralyzed completely. She couldn't talk, but she communicated via a message spell, psychically, and she could move things with her mind. Did you guys ever see the show Carnival, the HBO show?
Oh, way back. Season 1 only.
Yeah, so she had the same capabilities as the dark-haired girl's mother. Kind of like she was paralyzed, but she could communicate to the dark-haired girl and other people, and she could move things with her mind.
Barely remember it, but all right.
So
All right.
I don't think you met her when she was alive. You kind of checked in on her after you had already killed Slack Babs. But her manservant is now roaming around this dream realm, same way you guys are. You don't know how he gets here. You know how you guys get here. It's an elaborate ritual that takes the combined effort of 5 sorcerers to do it. He's somehow able to do it on his own. As are some of these other people. But specifically, he has retained his lucid dreaming form, the same as Zed and Arthur. Like you actually saw him and recognized him, whereas like Langston might have just been the realization of Langston hitting the pipe in the real world.
Okay. Let's go visit him.
Okay. So we've had enough encounters along the way that you guys are able to skirt any danger that you can sense from far enough away. Luna's able to run point. She's going to fly. And she'll try to point out any potential dangers. Hi, Cedo. And then, so you guys get to the Red Oliphant. So let's open up the bar for you. And we'll put you all on there. You guys are outside, and you can see there's numerous people inside. From the outside, you can see at least half a dozen people. Oh, sorry. Let me release the. I hate that target token lock. What's up, pal? Just hang tight for a second. My cat's trying to tell me something.
That's understandable.
Okay, just give me a minute.
My dog is always screaming.
Well, I just spent the last 15 minutes trying to calm mine down. I forget, my cat is about the same age as my son. He turned 11, so she's 12, 11 or 12, and she still gets the zoomies. So,
They stay hardy for a while.
yeah. We got a second dog last year, and our other dog that's like 12 years old now runs around with it all the time, as opposed to sleeping all the time, which is great. I feel like it's going to live another few years because of that other one. What kind of dog do you have?
I'm not exactly certain what he is. All
A
I know,
small mutt
yeah.
or a big mutt?
Oh, he's a big dog. He sort of just appeared as the house was being like built.
Oh, nice.
He just sort of appeared, and now he's just mine.
That's
He came with the house.
nice. It can be super expensive, though.
Yeah, he definitely demands a lot.
Yeah, I'm just thinking the vet bills.
Yeah, I
The
haven't
wife
had to
takes
take him to
them
the
in.
vet too much yet, but
Oh,
eventually.
if you just did annuals, and each one was like $300. But they're good to have.
Sorry about that. Cat barf.
Oh,
It was a multi-level 3D barf. He barfed all down the side of the desk that he usually lays on upstairs, all the way down between that and the wall. It's a good
I
one.
got a sound bar under my computer,
Joy.
and my cat barfed all into the speakers.
Yeah, he just finds the greatest places to barf sometimes.
I know. I'm on the lookout for new speakers because when I play my music too loud and the tones get moving, I smell barf in the room.
I think I got most of it, but yeah, I probably have missed a couple spots here and there. All right.
All right. What are we up to? Okay, so we're walking into the bunch of us walk into a bar. What's
Yes.
the M's?
The M's are just people. People you don't know sitting around having drinks. You see Maynard Colville in the corner. And he's talking with a man they didn't have a mini for. So let's just call him F at the moment. Tokens.
Hey, you. F, you.
F you. Let's see here. Letter tokens. F. He's right here. And he seems to be, they seem to be in conversation with one another. And he's showing Maynard Colville what looks to be watercolors on like a flat clapboard that he's got, probably about 16 inches square. And Maynard's like, and he looks up and sees you guys. Also behind the bar is let's see here. A barkeep is particularly disturbing. Let's see, where is the red oldie font? The barkeep is a like well-dressed man in a suit with a bow tie, but he has no eyes, as if they were plucked out. And he is specifically in black and white. Almost like as if the color was actually drained from him. It's kind of like when you see those videos that are in black and white, and then you see like the color, they mix in color at the same time. He's the portion that's in black and white, and he's standing behind the bar, and he's making conversation with a shorter man who has, where are we here? Looks like a disability, maybe, of sorts. He's definitely got a walking cane, and he looks like maybe he's a dwarf. He's got a shaggy beard and like a skull cap. His clothes are particularly scruffy, and he's trying to like prop himself up so he can get a better listen to what the bar keeps talking to him about. And also, of the other noteworthy people in the tavern, deeper in the corner with her back to you guys is a dark-haired woman. So there is Maynard Colville in his suit. There's another man also in a suit, but it's not as neatly put together as Maynard's. And it looks like there is like his legs are kind of wet, or they had been wet. Like his suit pants are stained up to the knees. His shoes look like they, like how leather looks when it's been sodden and then dried out. And his, he doesn't have like a neat cravat, but it's his shirt's kind of open, several buttons down to the chest, and his cravat is untied. His hands are stained with paint. He's got he's probably in his mid-40s, human. His hair's a little curly and unruly, and his face looks a little weathered, as by the sun. That seems to be the
it's
cast of
quiet
character.
in here otherwise?
You can hear the sounds of like
No music, no.
yeah, you can hear the sounds of like 1920s jazz music, like quietly. In coming from wherever, just kind of like lingering up near the ceiling. Not enough to impair conversation, but enough to keep conversations private. There's also the smell of like sawdust on the floor with stale beer. And over the bar, there's two huge kegs behind the bar, and then above that is a huge mirror that stretches from one end of the bar to the other. It's almost 20, 25 feet, and it's like 15 feet above the bar. And it's kind of angled a little bit down, so when you guys look up, you can see down into the bar. You see yourselves in it, even though it's high above the two large barrels. And
I scarce at her image.
The little man, he's got his own cup. It's like a tin cup. He kind of taps it on the bar, and the barkeep goes back to just walking back and forth, cleaning glasses with no eyes.
Well, Arthur, you gonna go meet your guy?
I was actually going to say, does Maynard seem like he's like busy, like he can't really speak right now because he's speaking with the with what appears to be a painter right now?
No, he waves you over kind of excitedly.
Well, in that excuse me. Well, in that case, Arthur will approach.
All right.
It's nice to see you, Mr. Koval.
Nice to see you as well. Allow me to introduce my friend, Francis Amberville.
A pleasure, Amberville. Arthur.
And then Colville goes into an introduction. And here's the story part.
"It is a very strange place," said Amberville, "but I scarcely know how to convey the impression it made upon me. It will all sound so simple and ordinary. There is nothing but a sedgy meadow surrounded on three sides by slopes of yellow pine. A dreary little stream flows in from the open end, to lose itself in a cul-de-sac of cattails and boggy ground. The stream, running slowly and more slowly, forms a stagnant pool of some extent from which several sickly-looking alders seem to fling themselves backwards, as if unwilling to approach it. A dead willow leans above the pool, tangling its wan skeleton-like reflection with the green scum that mottles the water. There are no blackbirds, no kildees, no dragonflies even, such as one usually finds in a place of that sort. It is all silent and desolate. The spot is evil. It is unholy in a way that I simply can't describe. I was compelled to make a drawing of it almost against my will, since anything so outre is hardly in my line. In fact, I made 2 drawings. I'll show them to you if you like.
I have a 134 IQ. I make less money than friends who...
What a time for a commercial.
Here's what I finally
You
discovered.
get bombarded.
Since I had a high opinion of Amberville's artistic abilities, and had long considered him one of the foremost landscape painters of his generation, I was naturally quite eager to see the drawings. He, however, did not even pause to await my avowal of interest, but began at once to open his portfolio. His facial expression, the very movements of his hands, were somehow eloquent of a strange mixture of compulsion and repugnance as he brought out and displayed the 2 watercolor sketches he had mentioned. I could not recognize the scene depicted from either of them. Plainly it was one that I had missed in my desultory rambling about the foothill environs of the tiny hamlet of Bowman, where 2 years before I had purchased an uncultivated ranch, and had retired for the privacy so essential to prolonged literary effort. Francis Amberville, in the 1 fortnight of his visit, through his flair for the pictorial potentialities of landscape, had doubtless grown more familiar with the neighborhood than I. It had been his habit to roam about in the forenoon, armed with sketching materials, and in this way he had already found the theme of more than one lovely painting. The arrangement was mutually convenient, since I, in his absence, was wont to apply myself assiduously to an antique Remington. I examined the drawings attentively. Both, though of hurried execution, were highly meritorious, and showed the characteristic grace and vigor of Amberville's style. And yet, even at first glance, I found a quality that was alien to the spirit of his work. The elements of the scene were those he had described. In one picture, the pool was half hidden by a fringe of mace reeds, and the dead willow was leaning across it at a prone, despondent angle, as if mysteriously arrested in its fall toward the stagnant waters. Beyond, the alders seemed to strain away from the pool, exposing their knotted roots as if in an eternal effort. In the other drawing, the pool formed the main portion of the foreground, with the skeleton tree looming drearily at one side. At the water's further end, the cattails seemed to wave and whisper among themselves in a dying wind, and the steeply barring slope of pine at the meadow's terminus was indicated as a wall of gloomy green that closed in the picture, leaving only a pale margin of autumnal sky at the top. All this, as the painter had said, was ordinary enough, but I was impressed immediately by a profound horror that lurked in these simple elements, and was expressed by them as if by the balefully contorted features of some demoniac face. In both drawings this sinister character was equally evident, as if the same face had been shown in profile and front view. I could not trace the separate details that composed the impression, but ever, as I looked, the abomination of a strange evil, a spirit of despair, malignity, desolation, leered from the drawings more openly and hatefully. The spot seemed to wear a macabre and satanic grimace. One felt that it might speak aloud, might utter the imprecations of some gigantic devil, or the raucous derision of 1,000 birds of ill omen. The evil conveyed was something wholly outside of humanity, more ancient than man. Somehow, fantastic as this will seem, the meadow had the air of a vampire, grown old and hideous with unutterable infamies. Subtly, indefinably, it thirsted for other things than the sluggish trickle of water by which it was fed.
All right.
I always like the late 50s, early 60s style of writing.
That was Clark Ashton Smith from the 1930s.
30s, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they picked some interesting words.
Yeah,
No
Clark
idea.
Ashton Smith,
Quite the lexicon.
no education, but he had an endemic memory. So he remembered everything that he read, and he read the dictionary. So he had perhaps the greatest grasp of the English language of any writer that I've come
Well,
across.
Spat it out. It sounds like he's describing Arthur's dad's home.
It sounds like he's describing a place that might interest Arthur.
Greatly.
If you get rid of that whole part about the Bowman and the neighborhoods and stuff like that, that was actually he's describing a place in the hills near in San Francisco, near where he lived. But beyond that, so if you substitute like an area beyond the walls, beyond the marsh gate, there is a sedgy meadow that Francis Amberville has discovered and painted. The story is Genius Loci, if you ever want to listen to it. It's on. It's going to have a different ending, of course, than if you go to the Canada area. But it's a good story. And Clark Ashton Smith, Amberville is the name. The adventure Castle Amber was based on all of the writings of Clark Ashton Smith. Connection? Question mark? Question mark? And Clark Ashton Smith was at least a pen pal with Lieber, him and H.P. Lovecraft before Lovecraft passed away. Lovecraft encouraged the young Fritz Lieber to write his Lankhmar stories. So they all kind of knew each other. And that's why in some of Lankmar's settings, you'll see like the mountains called the Bones of the Old Ones, or the stuff like that. You got like little bits of the Cthulhu mythos in there because of his relationship with Smith and Lovecraft. It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
So Maynard says, "Yes, Francis was just showing me these watercolors. There's a place beyond the Mist March that, or the Mist Gate that has drawn his attention these last several weeks."
Well, it most certainly has my attention now. Seems like quite the interesting locale.
Yes, it's not too far outside of the city. Kind of odd how I just...
in our dream bubble or not?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, so this place he goes to would fit in the dream bubble.
Yeah.
So if I zoom out.
Yep,
Yeah,
it's...
if you look at the map, beyond the Marsh Gate, there's still like more bubble to explore.
So it would be like... he describes it as somewhere out in the marsh.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Arthur. We're sitting back listening.
Yeah, sorry, I'm messaging someone real quick.
In fact, we will take a table here.
Yeah.
Kai goes to the bar and says, "Hey, can we get a couple of bottles of wine and some clean glasses?" And she throws a few coins on the counter.
The bartender turns his head with his eyeless visage and nods and says, certainly. And the little dwarf kind of taps his tin cup. He says, "Can you get me a refill too, lovely lady?"
Absolutely. She slides a silver, and this is for him.
"Oh, you are too kind. And he holds his mug up. You can see his hand is like old and weathered, almost like an old dark leather baseball mitt. It's all creased and it's almost like tan and stained. And he reaches up his cup and he's got a shake to his hand. And so when you bought him a drink, the bartender kind of glares at you balefully, and he nods politely, but you can tell that he's not too happy. So he gets you your order, and then he pours him, I think like a full tankard of wine from
Kai puts her hand on his wrist before he lifts the drink to his lips and goes, "Take it slowly. This has to last you." And then she grabs the tray and comes back.
And he smiles, and he's missing like 3 or 4 teeth, and the couple more teeth that are left that you can kind of see underneath his beard are like black and misshapen, even like uneven. They're not in their proper place, and his grin is just massive. It's almost like you have made his entire day. Or Baccae has made his entire day, and his eyes light up, and he says, thank you. You are so lovely."
She says, "You too. Take care," and walks back.
Okay.
And we'll sit down, and she'll Zed's not touching a drop of it. She's going to look at it, sniff it, and if it seems okay to her, she's
Yeah.
going to have some.
It seems like a pretty high-end wine.
Yep, she's not hesitating. While we wait for Arthur, we'll
Okay,
she'll,
yeah.
imbibe.
Yeah, Luna will also partake.
Yeah, Arthur, having watched that a little bit, comments to Colville that quite the interesting clientele here tonight. I don't recognize a lot of the people here.
I don't either. Just the beggar at the bar is constantly hounding Juriscu for drinks. He's I tried to buy him a drink the other day, but Juriscu's waved me off. Don't do it. Don't do it. Can't forbid him from coming in, though, apparently. I don't know the others. Other than Amberville here. Of course, we meet sometime before we go off to see about our day. His paintings are truly spectacular, though. I come here specifically for that. To see what he's got for me every day.
I've not particularly had a very keen eye for art, but I do recognize that it is very, very lovely craftsmanship.
And Amberville says, it's not my best work. I somehow feel like I have to paint this place now. Compelled. I'll be going out there in another couple hours, but I don't really want to.
That dedicated to the craft?
Indeed, I have to capture the essence of it. Something draws me to it.
I do hope you wouldn't mind a bit of company. I've hearing about it. It makes me curious as well. I would like to see the place with my own eyes.
Oh, I could show you.
Well, I would deeply appreciate that.
How long do you plan on being here?
Depends on exactly what you mean.
Well, I was going to make sure I was well into my cups before I went out there, because I want to have a different state of mind. Perhaps I've been too sober when I've gone there. Maybe I'm reading something into it that isn't there.
Hoping the bottle will show you something new.
Some clarity, yes. There's definitely something to it.
Just based on descriptions alone and how it's seemingly affecting this man, can Arthur intuit if there's any specific effect the land has on people? It's probably not going to identify whether or not it's explicitly magical. I know this entire place is magical, but
yeah,
whether anything rings any bells?
You've used a suggestion spell.
Okay.
Could be something like that, or it could be cursed. He could be cursed to have to go out there day after day, and maybe does he describe the somewhat vampiric effect of it? Maybe it's taking his life essence slowly. It's feeding off of it. It's possible. He doesn't seem any worse for wear. Like, you've seen people drained of negative energy, and they look pallid and unhealthy. He doesn't appear that way. He doesn't appear like he's suffering any ill effects, other than he's unnerved by the fact that he feels compelled to go out there. But he can't help it. He needs to paint it.
Either way, Arthur is intrigued, is the best way to describe it. Yeah, Arthur will double back on a previous conversation of only really familiar. Hold on, my train of thought just disappeared. What was the painter's name again? I've forgotten.
Francis Amberville.
Only really familiar with Amberville here. I imagine you don't know the woman in the corner there.
That's Francis's paramour.
Hmm.
He was going to go out there with her today, but if you want to go instead, and Francis says she can stay behind if you want to come instead.
I hate to interrupt any meetings that you two would have.
Ah.
I was just curious about her.
Yes, she's
Looks like one of Arthur's friends.
You can make a perception check, Arthur.
Arthur will give an attempt. Once I find, there it is. Had to search for perception.
Okay. So now that you look, she kind of looks like from the back and the side. She kind of looks like Myra Lombroso, the head priestess of the cult of Moglathar.
Interesting.
She has that same resemblance. And now that you look again, she does have a spider leg sickle.
Hmm.
You want to
If the two
invite
of
her
you-
along?
If the two of you were planning on heading over, be my guest. Do not let me stop you.
Yes, perhaps we could go tomorrow or another day. Myra and I were planning to spend the day.
I thought you were going out in a couple hours.
Yes, we are.
Oh.
Once I get good and tight, Francis says.
Is that a euphemism for drunk?
Yes.
Oh. Kai comes over and puts a bottle and a glass on the table.
Okay.
Or I guess 3 glasses.
So as Baccae was leaving to do that, with the empty cup now dangling from his belt, and the old dwarf, he's probably only about 3'6", and he's not like stocky. He's not like an actual fantasy dwarf. He's like a little person. He's got that kind of that gait, that back and forth gait that they have, and he reaches up a leathery hand and he touches Baccae's wrist, and he says, "Lovely woman, you have made my day." And then he walks past, and as he walks past, a couple moths flutter out of his robe, and he makes his way towards the door. They flutter out of the sleeve by his hand. A couple dull gray moths.
She grabs one and says, "Have a good day.
I will.
Much for the hounds."
I have no fear of them. They fear me. And he chuckles as he goes out into the nightmare city.
She looks at her hand of one of the moths she grabbed.
Okay, and Zed can make a perception check. Okay, so the moth doesn't really do anything. Let's let me see. What are the Zed skills here? We don't test Zed skills as often as we should.
Because Zed's not very skilled. A little bit of nature.
A little bit of nature, a little bit of plains, a little bit of use magic device. Give me a use magic device roll, Zed.
All right.
Okay. So you think to yourself, that iron cup. Have I seen that iron cup before? When you first breached the Veil of Dreams, the mendicant held the iron cup. Who was the mendicant? Mendicant was the Mothman. On top of the card was the iron cup where you put your silver coins. And just as you kind of get that flash of recognition, he's gone. He's out into the city.
At least we keep him placated. He won't be coming after myself or Baccae. Right. So when do we go out to visit the Fen farm?
Will you take my dear Amira's place today, or will you come with me tomorrow?
What would you prefer?
I have no preference at all. I have a day of work to do.
What would you prefer, Arthur?
I would certainly hate to get in between a man and a woman when they're going towards such a interesting locale.
Fair enough, Arthur. I tell you what, I will dedicate tomorrow to showing you where this place is. You should meet me back here at a similar time, and you and I, and presumably your friends, will head out there.
Awesome.
All right.
That sounds lovely.
Okay. And he starts making a concerted effort to drink quicker. You can tell that from the glances that Myra Lombroso is shooting over her shoulder at now Arthur. She can't really see Francis. He kind of steps up to go to relieve himself, and he gets the stare from her. So he's gonna exit fairly shortly. But Maynard Colville's there, and he seems to be delighted that you've come by.
Yeah, Arthur will mention to the rest of the party, like, I imagine we've already set up some messages.
Yeah. Either whoever cast it, either you or Asami. You guys have had it going since you guys left. It's how you guys communicate, run scouting, stuff like that.
Yeah,
and because it's a cantrip, you could re-up it before you come into the bar.
Yeah, Arthur would like to message the rest of the party, preferably, since he has to mouth the words, preferably getting up to go grab a drink as he does so.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
You would like to message the party that I want to follow those two. I want to see exactly what's going on here.
Okay, interesting.
Because it seemed like Myra didn't want to go if Arthur was going, when Arthur wants to know why. I mean, obviously there is a certain component to it, but there's likely also more to it.
Okay. So Francis steps outside to relieve himself, comes back in. There's a little outhouse out in one of these alleys. And he comes back in, and he looks over to Myra, and she gives him this baleful stare, like, really, like, are you finished? You've got me over here sitting by myself kind of vibe. And so he fills up his wineskin with the remainder of the bottle of wine that's at the table, and he pats it and says, "This would be good for the trip." And he takes a big long slug of the last little remnants of what's ever in the bottle, bows to Maynard, and he says, "Dear Mr. Colville, may your day bring you all the joy that you deserve. And Arthur, it is good to meet you, and I will see you tomorrow. My
Looking quite
love,
forward to it, good sir.
my love is she's eyeing me from across the room. I can feel her gaze burning a hole in my soul. Myra, my dear, shall we depart?" And she walks over. And she's very much the same Myra Lombroso from the ritual, trying to awaken Moglothar, the temple beneath the Caligaro House, the head of the sect that you guys violently put down. And she doesn't seem to have any sort of recognition of you guys. But she, when she gets closer to Francis, her kind of cold and hateful stare turns into almost like a false warmth as she kind of takes him by the arm. And she nods to everybody. And Francis doffs his cap and puts it back on and gathers his painting gear. And they head out.
I says, "What a cute couple."
Well, they plan on doing that, Mr. Colville. What was your plan for the day?
I was planning on maybe a spot of tea after this wine, and then perhaps a little wander around the night market. I think I was looking for a new straight razor. I've the one I've been using is dulled, and I can't seem to sharpen it properly. I've nicked myself here, Arthur. Have you see that? He's got like a little bit of like cloth stuck to his face that you couldn't really see. He was kind of like off to the other side, and there's some blood on it.
A man such as yourself can't be having that, now can you?
No, we cannot. Must keep up appearances. Now it's got onto my collar as well, and it's I'll have to get that taken care of as well. So I'm going to get a new straight razor and perhaps see about a new settee for the place.
You what?
A settee. It's like a long divan. It's a couch, a sofa of sorts, but it's lacking in arms, so you can more or less recline on it. My love, the departed Carrington, had her own, and I can't bring myself to repose on it. It's where she would meet her clients and probe their dreams. I can't since her passing. I've been unable to even sit down on it. So I'm going to look for a new one of those, and perhaps see what else I can find in the market. It's very hit and miss in the market. Sometimes there are. This place is wondrous, but as far as being a place where you can procure mercantile goods, it's not the greatest.
I was considering heading down to the market myself, actually, to see what goods I can acquire. Perhaps we can meet there soon enough.
Absolutely. You'll probably see me wandering around.
I hate to depart so soon, especially since we just got here, but I've been a bit busy as of late. Yesterday was quite rough for most of the party, but I'm sure that today will be a little bit calmer.
Do tell. brighten my day with a tale.
Oh, we simply headed over. Oh, yesterday we simply headed over to get some of the problems that we've been. What was the out of character? What was the Department of Justice called again? What was the
Swan Row Courthouse.
this one? We spent the whole day over. We spent the whole day over at the Swan Row Courthouse to get a few problems sorted through, and it took quite a toll on us.
He gets this look like almost aghast, like he's like a look of surprise. Not legal trouble, I hope.
Oh, not legal trouble on our ends. No, we simply had to testify on a few behalves, deal with a few cases that I would love to inform you more about, but for a few reasons I'm not able to fully disclose. Besides, I'm sure most of it will be dreadfully boring.
My lawyer forgets me to talk about it. Well, I hear that place is haunted, he says.
Well,
Yeah,
considering all the events that go on there, I wouldn't be surprised. Certainly felt haunted when we got there. Took forever to get through.
Well, let's hope I never have to go there. So, I can't have enough difficulties dealing with the magistrate. From time to time, he comes to collect his stipend. His filthy lucre. That's all he thinks about, this Stanton. Scum of a man. I don't know how he sleeps at night doing what he does. But yes, he's got his filthy little fingers in all kinds of little pies. But I haven't seen him in this city, so thankfully he's perhaps just haunts the waking city, as it were.
Yes, perhaps indeed.
I must say that despite the dangers of this place, it does offer quite an escape from one's worldly troubles. Don't you find?
It offers a lot. Tries to take a few things every now and then, but that's life for you.
He says, well, Arthur, I won't keep you then if you have places to go. Of course, you know my terrible secret now that this is where you can find me, so feel free to use that as you will.
I hope to see you again at the night market, Mr. Colville. It is lovely speaking with you.
And you as well.
Yeah, Arthur will give him like a small bow and head to the rest of the party.
Okay.
All right.
See as you guys gather up, you notice that most of the other people in this tavern, they're actually tangible, physical people. There's something nondescript about them, something almost suspiciously plain, but all their eyes seem to be on you.
They seem to be on us.
Yes.
But not the bartender.
Not the bartender. He's going about his work.
He's on us.
He's going about his work, and he's kind of wandering around here and there. And
Can't see me.
Yeah, as Arthur is returning, he will continue with that message of the painter and Myra. We should trail them.
All right.
all
I
right.
don't think we'll be that sneaky, but let's go for it.
Well, you do know where they're going, Arthur. So, how much of a distance do you want to leave?
We can give them a good amount of distance. Once they actually breach the marsh, I believe is a good time for us to start trailing a bit closer.
Okay. There's other ways to do it too. If like you guys have magical capabilities, Luna can fly.
Yeah, Arthur can also fly.
Yeah, I think maybe Baccae has
can.
flown in the past. Maybe Zed.
Yep. I can't.
Oh, Zed can't. Okay, but Baccae can. I don't
see if
the people, so double up on.
No, I have no fly spell either.
Let's see here. See if Asami does.
I can do one of those, crazy looking speed walk.
The Olympic speed walks.
Yes.
It's okay with a really, really short pair of shorts. I can
Red,
almost,
white, and blue stripe from the 70s.
I can almost see you with a fanny pack as well.
If you have no other methods of flight is a touch spell, so Arthur can cast it on you.
Right.
So you could either follow them through the city. You're presuming they're going out the Mist Gate or the Marsh Gate. I keep calling it the Mist Gate. Maybe I'll call it the Mist Gate for now on in this city. You're presuming they're going out the Marsh Gate.
Presumably. Yeah. Arthur would have simply gone alongside him, but it seems that Myra wanted to go alone, and that piques his interest, considering who she is. Or was.
And you guys are right here. So the city wall is only that far away. If he's going to go through the Marsh Gate, whichever route he takes, he's got to go down to there. He seemed to, when he was indicating where it was, he seemed to be pointing like a due east-ish. So kind of like, whether it was just like a subconscious thing or somewhere out in this, like almost parallel to where you guys were on the map. That's the where he sort of seemed to indicate where it was. There's no way for you to know for sure, but he seemed to be the kind of person that, despite his somewhat unkempt appearance, his clothes were very fine, like extremely well-made, well-tailored wool suit. Might have been unclean from the last several days, and but it was still expensive and well made. He seemed to be a person with a fine attention to detail, and whether he would just point to a random direction when he meant somewhere else seems unlikely.
Well, we can better find out by seeing exactly where he's going. It's unlikely that Francis will be watching for tails, but Myra, she might.
Okay.
And if nothing else, we can always have most of us follow further behind while somebody invisibly goes along.
Yeah.
And follows a bit more close and relays that information.
Luna says she can cast invisible and fly, and she can kind of fly over to this area here in the big bubble and kind of watch for them. She'll be out of range of the message spell, but she can keep kind of like an eye spy.
Yeah, considering the length of the spell, it's not infeasible for her to trail them for most of the journey in case they take any strange paths. Because invisibility is 10 minutes per level, isn't it?
1 minute per level.
Oh, is it 1 minute? I
It
thought
is, yeah.
Oh, it's 1 minute.
1
Okay,
minute per
right.
level. And if walking from here to the Marsh Gate, it's probably about a 10 or 15 minute walk.
Mm.
Unless they're absolutely hustling. You could, if you really concentrated and you really move quickly to get there and you went the most direct route, you could probably get there in 5 minutes. They look like they were kind of in the mood to saunter a little bit.
Yeah, they seemed eager to go.
They seemed eager to go, but they also seemed like they were eager to enjoy each other's company as well. Kind of take their time There's also a hesitancy on Amberville too. He seemed like he had to go. Seemed like if he could at all avoid it, he might. But there's something that's drawing him to it. So he might not be in the hugest hurry to get there either.
So what does everybody think the best path of trailing him is?
I think following him, but good, however you want to do it.
Simply following him might work.
Yeah, like there's enough mist and stuff like that you could probably lose sight of them every once in a while, and then like it's hard to actually follow them and be like only 60, 70 feet away without them noticing. So you might have to like come up with some kind of method to do that without them seeing you. And there's also random encounters and all kinds of crazy shit that could happen.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm game. What do you want to do?
Yeah, we could do that, or we could head up to where was indicated and try to basically spot them there.
Sure.
Like basically get there ahead of them. That's another method.
Go scouting where we think the house is.
That's not a bad idea, yeah.
Till we just happen to be there.
Okay. How are you going to get over that wall?
That flying thing. I
Flying-
understand some of our people can fly.
All right.
Yeah, some of us can fly.
All right, so that's the method you're going to go. You're all going to go, or is anybody going to trail?
Now, we'll go.
I think having one person trail is a decent idea, though.
Okay. Do you want?
Whoever our best sneak is.
It might be Baccae or Luna. I don't know what Baccae's, but Luna can
Well,
cast invisibility.
Kai is 8. Still.
What's Luna got? Luna's only 3, but with
Okay.
flight and invisibility, she really doesn't have to.
The only problem I have is I have to unfetter Baccae at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah, Arthur
Next
does have
level.
a 10.
Does have a
Yeah, he has a few ranks and is a class skill.
okay.
Unfetter is only 10 minutes a level, so she would be 90 minutes. And then I would have to pull her back.
Okay, yeah.
And-
You think that at most it'd probably be a half an hour to get where he's going, unless the marsh itself is like absolutely crazy. You don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Arthur is like decent at stealth, and he does have disguise self with which to change his appearance if he needs to.
Okay. That lasts a long time, doesn't it?
That one's 10 minutes per level.
Okay.
I'm going to put unfetter on Baccae and have her hang out higher to watch Arthur just to make sure he's safe.
Okay.
So she's going to try and stay out of sight of who he's following, but keep an eye on him.
Okay. Like follow him. All right. Excellent.
Yeah. So if he has problems, she can alert the party or swing in and help him or whatever. So trying to stay out of the way, but back up.
Okay. So they go out the alleyway and they go past the it looks like it's not open for business. They go past the reality wrinkle, the same way you guys came in. It doesn't look like there's any activity in or out of that place. Like the windows are all boarded up. Couple letters are missing in reality wrinkle. You just see REAL and then Y and then INK. They go towards Wall Street and then down Wall Street. If anyone's flying up and over towards the wall, you'll probably get a view of them.
Yeah, the rest of us are flying out towards the marsh.
Okay. So high enough up, because the wall's 30 feet tall. You fly up in the mist. You don't have to really worry about being seen if you fly up high enough. So they go in that direction, and then they languidly make their way down past Caligaro House and Ledbetter's. There's a whole bunch of different... as an aside, you guys rarely go this way, so you can see in this area here, this is where the site of Finwick and Moreau's carnival is. So you just see kind of like dreamers wandering around, almost like lost, in this large open lot. And then it's kind of fenced in around the outside, like it's a wooden picket fence that goes all the way around. It looks like it was more or less constructed just to contain what was probably like a burned out warehouse or a burned out neighborhood that's been since cleaned up and repurposed to be a carnival grounds. You see various tents and wagons parked along the perimeter of the outside along this fence. And there's also indication that between where the tents are and this kind of like makeshifty kind of wooden fence perimeter is kind of where the carnies would maybe like hang their washing and stuff like that. But it gives it an air of semi-permanence. I don't know if you've ever seen it in person in Lankhmar. I don't know if you guys ever went there or not. You may have just heard about it or walked by it here and there. There is, it's a fair size. It's enough to wander through for the better portion of an hour and go from the one different tent site to another different tent site. And it's everything from typical carny stuff to, there's even like couple creatures they might have. Like, come and see this giant insect that they have. And there's also another, like, a few things like that. There's a two-headed girl. There's a bearded lady. There's a strong man. There's like a little person. There's there's all the different various carnival acts. We'll read your mind.
Good thing Baccae's following Arthur, or she'd be like all over that.
Exactly. So, but when she's flying and is she out flying or is she on foot?
She's flying.
She's flying. So she gets above it and she can kind of see like.
Oh no, she's follling Arthur. She's not flying
right,
with us.
But Arthur is like everybody kind of goes the same way at the start, because the pair, they go up this way first before they go down this way.
Gotcha.
So
I've decided since Arthur needs to be close enough to actually see them for the most part, he's going to be on foot. He's actually going to disguise himself. He's just going to make himself appear as some vagrant, similar to how like Langston kind of looks, like the disheveled, probably like very splotchy individual, like sort of like mostly covered himself in a cloak.
All right, young man, give me a disguise check.
All right. I think I have a few ranks on it, actually.
You certainly do.
I don't, apparently.
Oh, well, I think you get plus 10, and then it's charisma base, so.
Yeah, I get plus 10 for the spell. So let's see how well his disguise is. Pretty good.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah, using Langston as a base, so trying to make him look quite unpleasant and someone you want to ignore.
All right, so you so at some point you're kind of like 50, 60 feet back, and Myra kind of glances back over her shoulder. She's got Francis to the outside, and she kind of glances back over her left shoulder and looks at you just for a second and turns back. She doesn't seem to say anything or anything like that. She noticed your presence, but she probably didn't recognize you. You didn't get that flare of recognition from her.
As part of his disguise, he's sort of like he's trying to like cover himself up in his cloak, sort of like hugging it tight to his body, like his eyes sort of like listless, like half open. And she like stares at him for like a little bit too long and made like take like a tinder twig to just sort of like light up something that isn't there, like he's smoking something.
No, it's just a glance back and nothing more than just a second. She might have recognized the person was back there, but nothing more. And in this place too, like you'll see like phantasmal images of people popping up in dreams here and there, but tangible physical people who are either inhabitants of this area or people traveling through are fairly rare. I mean, there are creatures who can take on other forms who are tangible and live here. So that might be a concern of hers, considering you guys have seen some doppelgangers. But she hasn't seemed overly concerned. So that happened right probably in this area here. Well, everybody else flown over the area where the carnival was, and I'm imagining you're probably going around in here. I don't know if you're going to stay on the wall, or you're going to go down into the marsh, or what.
Well, Baccae is having a problem if she's got temptation of carnival.
Okay. The carnival is mostly just phantasmal.
Okay, so doesn't have a reality type of feel to it. So
it doesn't have a reality. It's the tents and the wagons have a reality kind of feel. The fence itself has a reality kind of feel, but most of the patrons, like you would expect to hear like music and the lively sounds of a crowd. For how many dream people that you see in there, you don't hear it. And there's no sound at all coming from it. It's almost like a place where lost souls are kind of like gathering.
If there was a lot of sound and activity, she would be down there in a heartbeat. But without that, we're good. Okay,
excellent. So Arthur, to the Mist Gate, or the Marsh Gate, I stop calling it the Mist Gate. They exit. There's no guards like there is in the actual city. See, I had a good picture of. Let's see here. I'm gonna find it. I already showed you the outside of the Leadbetter Apothecary. Here we go. So once you go outside the the Marsh Gate, and then there's the Causey Road, which travels east-west through the Great Salt Marsh, and presumably goes all the way to the Sinking Lands, which is... whether you know this or not, I think you'd probably know this. This is pretty common knowledge. There is a strip of land that connects the island of Lankhmar to the continent itself, and it is a marshy, boggy land that sinks and floats up, depending on what type of year is it, what the tides are, what other fantastical things are going on, and there's no set time for how long it's actually solid land and how long it's actually sunken down beneath the waves. And this Causey Road goes all the way from Lankhmar all the way to the Sinking Lands. which is probably by horse, maybe 2 or 3 days away. On foot, it's almost a week. They start traveling north, and there's almost like a little footpath that leads north, kind of winds its way through the swamp. Arthur, as you kind of do that, I don't know if you've ever left the marsh gate, other than the couple times that you went to the temple of Shithakwa in the marsh itself. But looking back at the marsh gate from the outside now, it's got kind of like a strange other dimensional look, the whole city from the road. Everything seems discolored and mottled. There's, shadows are kind of like baked into the mist. Everything seems like off about the city itself from the outside. Following along, it's like a winding path that makes its way north. It tries to, and it's really winding, where you have to kind of go from hummock to hummock, avoiding, various bogs and streams and all kinds of stuff. And you kind of wind your way all the way through. It takes about 25 minutes from when you've left the marsh gate. And now you can let them go a little further up, because you can see their footprints in the boggy ground, and it's extremely evident. It's extremely easy to follow their sodden footprints through this place. So you can hang back as much as you like. Probably see their footprints for up to like an hour in the sodden ground. How much space would you like to leave between?
I'd rather not give them too much space, just in case something happens. Probably good. So we were originally around 60 feet. Probably give them around like maybe 100 some feet.
Okay, like say 120, something like that.
Around 120, yeah.
Okay. And there's kind of the muted nature of this place, unless there's something going on, like the gong of the bell from the courthouse or something like that. Sound doesn't seem to carry that well in here, unless you're a Yeth hound. So you don't have to worry about your slopping footprints or footsteps being too evident. There's also the sound of water lapping here and there and stuff like that, so you don't really have to worry about that too much. And you kind of follow them through. Everybody's waiting now, so you're like it's getting up to like 40 minutes or so by the time you get back within range of your message spell, which is easy to recontact because of the Ion Stone network that you guys are. They're basically little walkie-talkies, essentially. They kind of keep you guys connected for as a group for a magical effect like that normally you'd have to be close to and see each other. So once you get sort of near where you think you could probably contact the group, you can recast that spell and get back in contact with one another. Baccae follows Arthur. There doesn't seem to be any activity out here. Every once in a while, something high up, like maybe a night gaunt, or maybe a hound howling in the distance, something like that. But nothing really affects you. And you come out to they seem to stop at an area that's kind of like sunken down into almost like a bowl. There's a large pond that's gathered there, and from the distance, you can see what looks like to be a rather huge skeletal willow tree. So that's roughly the area it would look like. And we'll say Arthur's, I don't know, another 60 feet back from the map, and probably near the end of the range of the message spell. If you guys are waiting up on or just on the other side of the wall, or up on the wall.
Where's the wall? Okay.
The wall of the city?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was on this map you put up.
No, there's no wall here. There's just there's
There's
Myra.
no house either. There's just
That was just that was Clark Ashton Smith just describing a farmhouse that was nearby. That doesn't exist. I just wanted to get the kind of vibe. He describes it much better than I ever could.
yeah, but what, they're just walking out here to the lake.
They're not in Bowman, California.
Yeah.
I want to get a bust of
California.
Bowman, California. Yeah, so there's that, and then there's let's see.
My home state.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I had to leave it. Anyway. All right.
Are you gonna hang back, Arthur? Are you gonna tell everybody what you see, or
Yeah, Arthur will communicate everything he's seeing.
okay?
He is quite curious what's going on here.
All right, let's see.
And he
here.
definitely wants to be able to see what's going on because him coming out here isn't that strange, but Myra coming here definitely has some interest. Because if they were just having like a tryst, like they were just going somewhere to be private, I feel like Myra could have chosen better places. I feel like she had a specific reason to be here.
So there's the willow tree there. I'll put Arthur on the map. We'll walk you back about 60 feet or so, and then you can sneak up or not sneak up as you wish. And say you have to be about there to get a good view, because then there's all those alder trees that are kind of just like the way that Francis described it. It's almost like they are leaning back away from the pond, almost like they're kind of trying to escape the pond. Just the way that they're leaning back, and it's kind of formed a kind of like a sedgy meadow of sorts with a pond in the middle, and there's a whole bunch of like rushes and cattails and stuff like that around the side of it. But they too are kind of like leaned back away from the pond, and it seems almost unnatural. And Francis is walking up to the pond with Myra arm in arm.
Yeah, Arthur will definitely. He has to sneak over to here to be able to see properly.
Yeah, give us some kind of stealthy roll, and I'm assuming you're telling your companions about.
Yeah, he's every movement he's taking, he's basically informing people.
Okay. So we can put everybody else like one round behind you, another 60 feet back, say roughly.
Yeah, and if he is seen, he's still that vagrant.
Oh, there you are.
Okay. So as you do that, and you sneak closer, you see Amberville and Myra. They take a minute and they put their stuff down, and he kind of sets his he's got almost like a carpet bag with his all his art gear in it. He sets that down, and then him and Myra embrace for a kiss, and you feel almost like voyeuristic watching them.
There's no interest in watching those parts.
But as you do, Amberville kind of like pulls Myra like extremely close to himself, almost like wrestling move close to himself. And
Grapple.
he lifts her up and walks her into the pond. And she's trying to like struggle, get away. And he dugs her head under the water. And we'll pick it up there next week.
She comes out Christian.
Interesting.
You've been saved.
That's fascinating.
You weren't expecting that, huh?
No, not entirely.
Well, listen to if you want to listen to the Clark Ashton Smith story, Genius Loci, and it's got an ending that's not similar to what you've seen here, so it won't give anything away. But my story is different than this anyway. But it's an interesting story, and that's where I got this whole scene from. And I thought it was kind of cool that that he used the name Amberville. I think that's where they got the name for Castle Amber from. Because I can't remember it in any of his Averoigne stories. So maybe there is a connection to Averoigne in Lankhmar. Did you guys ever play that adventure way back in the day, Castle Amber?
Look. Is that the one that has the giant on the outside?
Yeah, that's the Colossus of your loan.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm trying to think of that adventure.
It was where you're trapped inside the castle, and all the crazy Ambervilles are in there. They all have their own little thing going on. It's kind of like it's very Edgar Allan Poe-ish too at the same time.
I don't remember. I remember the module.
Like they have all the horror tropes, the crazy wife trapped in the attic and all that stuff. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I mean, to me, when I was a kid, all these modules were just adventures and treasure.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was to me too. But then, like about 10 years ago, I kind of clued in. Like, hey, that module was based on like a whole bunch of Clark Ashton Smith stories. Like there's a really good Clark Ashton Smith story called The Colossus of Your Loan. It's and there's a really good villain in that. There's a dwarf necromancer, and that's
No, I don't think I played. Looking at the original adventure, I don't think I played this. 1981.
Yeah, Thomas Moldvay, I believe. Might be wrong.
Chateau de Amberville.
Chateau de
Thomas Moldvay. Rest in peace.
Yes.
Of course. Everybody done.
Yeah. We're getting old.
Well, 81. God, I was in high school.
Yeah, it was 47 years ago or 45 years ago. Wow. Yeah, I think I think that's about when I started playing D&D. I didn't play that one.
Younger than me. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't play that one till I was like I don't know, 16, 17, but I have the original module here. And
neat.
I
see it goes for about $30.
not in the condition that it's in at my place. I took all the fold outs out and I weathered all the maps and all that stuff, so it's not intact, but yes. And it was it's one of those expert ones too. It wasn't AD&D, but we didn't really care. We just used the
Oh,
stats,
no.
the stats as they were presented. Additions didn't matter at all to us.
That was the blue and the red box, if you remember. The blue box was the basic, and the red box was the advanced.
Yeah, yeah. The I also have Isle of Dread too, from the X series.
That one sounds familiar.
That's the one with the dinosaur island. With I think they had like a big Kong like.
Oh no!
It had the
I don't think-
Tyrannosaurus on the cover.
Yeah, I see the cover. I don't think I played that one.
One of the neat things when Paizo was doing its first steps into adventure paths, they had like the Shackled City with Cauldron, and then they had the Age of Worms, and the third one I think was called the Savage Tide, where you go to the hidden shrine of Tamoakan on the way to the Isle of Dread. It was pretty cool. If I can find a good OCR where I could get all the old Dragon magazines, get all the text removed, I'd think about running that as a Pathfinder adventure path. Savage Tide. It was pretty cool. You fight Demogorgon at the end. It's pretty neat. And then just before that ended, or just as it ended, Wizards of the Coast went to 4th edition and put the screws to Dungeon and Dragon magazine by making it like an online subscription. So Paizo took over and went and invented Pathfinder and Rise of the Rune Lords, and so some good came of it. But it was a shame because you could get it was usually went like in 12 different episodes, so 12 different issues in the whole year. Every month you get a dungeon magazine, and it would have another adventure of the adventure path.
No, I remember Dungeons, and I remember Dragon magazine.
Yeah,
yeah.
So that was the impetus for that. They became so popular that they decided to do adventure paths, and that's kind of Paizo's claim to fame.
Yeah. I played a lot of adventures, but this wasn't one of them.
Yeah, I like some of those old things. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but they're just God. I read them now.
I know they're wild.
They're awful.
They're super fun house.
Yeah, I who is it? God, let me look at this. The company republishes them.
Goodman Games.
Goodman, that's it.
Yeah, they do a 5e version, and they republish the original.
Because I've got this big hardcover of the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Yeah.
And you read it and you're like, oh, this is, I enjoyed this as a kid. This is garbage.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they are.
So,
whenever I run something like that, like my first foray into DMing online, I was going to do a remaster of Keep on the Borderlands.
Oh, yeah.
So I had the lead in was an adventure called the Sentinel, and then going to do the Keep on the Borderlands, and then an adventure called the Gauntlet to finish it up. And then from there, I was going to have 3 different places you could go. You could go to like there's teleporters for the Lost City, like B4, or there was a link to Castle Amber.
That whole B series. Yeah, I played those. They did not link well.
No. But in Greyhawk, where I set my Keep on the Borderlands, it was right next to the Sea of Dust. So there's a perfect place to put the Lost City.
I loved Greyhawk.
Yeah, I still do. I've got 4 panels of the Greyhawk map from when Paizo published it in Dungeon Magazine. They had like 4 separate panels, and I got them all mounted on like poster board. And
I, as a kid, I pinned them on my wall, and now I look at my kids, and the stuff they pin on their wall is mainstream stuff, and I'm thinking, I was a freaking geek.
Yep.
Wow.
I still am.
Me too. Don't care.
Well, good game, guys. We'll pick it up here next week or 2 weeks, and we'll find out the mystery of the genius loci.
Okay.
All right.
And